Alright guys, welcome to the channel. In today's video, I'll be playing 10-minute games against 2000 rated players and I'll be explaining my thought process as best as I can. The games are going to be very entertaining and also very instructive, so stick around. Let's get the game started. Okay, our first opponent is a 2100 rated player, and we are playing with the white pieces. Let's go with the king's pawn opening. And let's strike with this. Maybe we are going to see this move and we go into the Scotch Gambit. I love to play the Scotch Gambit. Let's see what my opponent is going to do. Let's see how my opponent handles this Gambit. Okay. Let's develop this bishop, which is what you do in the Scotch Gambit. Looks like my opponent knows some things in the Scotch Gambit. Yes, I was expecting that move. And this is all theory. So let's castle the king here. Okay, no, castling is not the move. We capture here first. And once opponent plays this move, then we capture here with the bishop. And now we can castle our king. A move like this, I am expecting. So let's see what my opponent plays. Okay, my opponent goes for that move. And playing this move is the way to go. I think this is all theory right now. And then we have moves like this. We have moves like this, but I'm leaning towards playing a move like this because it develops a piece. Simply develops a piece, and I should be okay with that move. Let's go here. Opponent captures there. I'm going to capture here. I expect, okay, I was thinking they will play a move like this. Now I'm tempted to play a move like this. I'm really tempted to play a move like this with intentions of pushing pawn forward and maybe pushing pawn forward if I can. Okay, so let's say I play a move like this. Is there anything I should worry about? Okay, at the moment, I have nothing to worry about. And I'm no longer downward pawn, so I think I'm just chilling. So let's see how my opponent responds to this. I expect to see a move like this, and then I'm looking at playing a move like this. So maybe my opponent is going to follow that up with a move like this. Let's see how my opponent plays this. Okay, this is under attack. If my opponent push the pawn forward, I can just go back. And look at this bishop. That's a very sad bishop. The bishop is looking at two of its own pawns. Okay, capturing there looks nice, but what if I ignore, slide my rook over, saying if my opponent captures here, I land a knight here, and the knight is a menace. I think I prefer that move. A move like this also comes to mind, asking my opponent to capture here. So I can capture here, but and I'll leave them with this pawn island, but I think I am interested in playing this one instead. Okay, I'm going to capture here with the knight. The knight is just a monster. This diagonal, I need to watch out for it, because if my opponent is able to land a lot of pieces there, it's going to be full-time chaos. Full-time chaos. I'm looking at playing moves like this, landing a check here, trying to go for some, what do we call it? For some smarter checkmate. But my opponent has this move. So going for a move like this and like this doesn't really seem to do anything here. So what do we do here? I feel like putting my bishop here, just making sure this is overprotected. Is the bishop really doing anything here? What if I push pawn forward? I'm also leaning towards pushing pawn forward. Can I capture here? Am I winning a pawn? If I push pawn forward, I think my opponent can ignore it. If I push the pawn forward here, opponent can ignore it. And if I capture here, I think I'm only helping my opponent. I'm also interested in just pushing pawn forward and trying to trap this. But the moment I push this pawn forward, my opponent can just capture here. And that doesn't look like I have anything there. So where do we put this bishop? Where do we put the bishop? Okay, I think I also feel like moving my king away, so that whenever my opponent plays a move like this, I'll have nothing to worry about. So I do not have to worry about this check. The move looks slow and it looks unnecessary. I'm looking for a forward good move, but I'm not seeing any. Alright, let's play a move like this first, just like a waiting move, and then we are going to follow it with this move. Okay, opponent plays that. That looks very interesting. That looks very interesting. His opponent eyeing this pawn. So it seems. Looks like opponent is eyeing the pawn. Should I be worried opponent is eyeing my pawn? I do not think so. Okay, they are eyeing this pawn and they are also looking at playing a move like this. Trying to go for checkmate. So do I push pawn forward? Yes, I am really interested in pushing the pawn forward for one reason. Because it just stops this pawn from moving forward. Because if my opponent because if my opponent push the pawn forward now, I'm able to capture here. Okay, so let's do it. Let's do it. My opponent is building a significant time advantage here. We need to start making moves, and we need to start making moves fast. Okay, let's play a move like this, just making sure everything is solid here. I do not want my opponent playing a move like this, and we are gaining space on the queen side. The moment my opponent plays a move like this, I can capture here, which is a move I'm leaning towards. I'm also leaning towards playing a move like this, but this having two queens, having the queen and the bishop on this diagonal is very dangerous. So I think I'm likely just going to capture there and say, bro, let's not do that. Let's not have two active pieces on that part of the board. All right, let's go here. Let's go here, gain a tempo. If my opponent plays a move like this, that's just bad, because this move is just going to fork both pieces and I'll be winning material. So let's see how my opponent handles this. And this bishop is very sad right now. That's a very sad bishop. My opponent is quite skeptical, push the pawn forward or not. A move like this comes to mind. A move like that, I am not seeing what I really gain with it. So maybe we should go for a move like this. And while being very careful, I'm trying to activate my queen. What if my opponent plays a move like this? That's just begging to lose a pawn. That's just begging to lose a pawn. Okay. Do I really want to capture here? Do I really want to capture there? I told you guys leaving this is dangerous. So let's capture there. Let's push pawn forward. I'm looking at pushing pawn forward, just trying to ruin my opponent's king side, which should not be bad. That should not be a bad move. Let's go here. Let's ruin the king side. And looks like we are going to have an end game very soon. If I play a move like this, if opponent captures, I can capture. I think I am fine. If opponent doesn't capture, I'm tempted to push pawn forward again. What of capturing here? Is capturing here good? I do not think that is good. So we do not capture there. If my opponent captures here, I'm going to just capture this way. What if my opponent ignores and plays a move like this? Can we just capture here? Oops, look at that. Look at that, guys. Look at that. That's an amazing move. But now I have a move like this. If I capture here now, my opponent captures here with check and it's just checkmate. So let's play a move like this. Now I'm just threatening to capture here. And now my opponent is regretting why they played that move. Let's go here. I played that move so fast. Should not be very good. Let's go here. Gain a tempo here. And what do we do now? Opponent wants to land a check here. I feel like playing a move like this. But I think maybe a move like this might be stronger. Let's go here. I do not want my king sitting here, my queen sitting there and just babysitting a pawn. Okay, maybe pushing two squares would have been better. All right, let's go back here. If I have to, I think I can play a move like this, but looks like I'm on the defending side. Maybe a move like this looks good. Let's see. Opponent has this move which looks interesting, but I can follow it up with this and I'm just winning material. This move looks like it's pinning my piece, but not really. Not really. I really do not want to play a move like this. Okay. So let's say we go here, which is what I want to play now. Let's go here. My opponent push forward, pawn forward. I'm just going to capture. I'm going to capture, and if you capture this pawn, I'm just going to come back here. And I should just be fine. I should just be fine. Okay, I saw that move coming from 2 miles away. If my opponent captures here, and I ignore and just play something else, exactly what I want to do, just play something else. Okay, looks like my opponent is piling up on this. I really want to, okay, if my opponent captures, they can add this move, which is not the move I want on the board. Let's overprotect this way. Let's just keep it overprotected that way. Opponent has the time advantage, so we need to watch out for that and make our move fast so that we don't end up losing on time. This is looking like an interesting game. This is going to be a very interesting game. Let me try to bring my king over as well. A check here looks very interesting. Okay. Let's push pawn forward. All right, opponent wants to make progress that way. Looks really good. Let's go here. So I could land a check here if I have to. Oops. Opponent can capture here, hit that. Let's go. Okay. Looks like we are going to end up with a pass pawn on this part of the board. I'm really loving my chances here. And I'm also up a pawn. Okay, I'm not really up a pawn. I have a pass pawn that my opponent has to worry about. Let's go here. I'm looking at going for this pawn. And all my pawns are sitting on a light squares. All my pawns are sitting on the light square. This pawn is trapped on a dark square. This is trapped on the dark square. I think I should be winning here. I really think I should be winning. And this pawn is just going to serve as a decoy. Just push my opponent's king away. Push the evil king away. If my opponent plays a move like this, I'm just going to ignore and push a pawn forward. And if they capture here, oh, I can't do that. I can't do that. So if my opponent plays a move like this, looks like I have to capture here. Okay, opponent doesn't play that. Now I feel like pushing pawn forward here. So if we push pawn forward here, what is opponent going to do? Opponent has to move closer to it. A move like this comes to mind, but my opponent is going to cement it this way. So let's push pawn forward here. I just want to make sure the king is doing nothing over there. While the king is busy doing nothing over there, I would love to start bringing my king into the action. Bring my king into the action. This should easily be winning for me. Okay. What if we just go here? I cannot really defend that. I'm going to capture here, capture here. Let's go for these pawns. This is hanging. All my pawns are sitting on a dark square. All my pawns are sitting on the dark square. Let's go here. Opponent is offering a draw. Can you imagine? Bro is offering me a draw. I expect a check here. Okay, check there does nothing. I'm just going to show that the king this way and then come over here. Opponent is offering me a draw, bro. Why would I take a draw here? And my opponent resigns. Let's see what happened in that game. Let's quickly take a look at the analysis. Let's see what happened there. Wow. Played with 74.0% accuracy. Opponent played with 70% accuracy. From the graph, I was never in serious trouble. I was almost always winning. But there was a time where I gave up some advantage, like here. So let's quickly dive in. Let's see what I missed. So this is the Scotch Gambit, one of my favorite gambits. My opponent played the opening very well. This is all theory. Castled here, and this is all theory. This is like 10 moves of theory. Okay, then I deviated from the theory, but this is still the best move. And after the trade, okay, that was an inaccuracy. What was the best move here? Let's learn. Oh, playing a move like this, just hitting the evil queen, saying the evil queen, move somewhere. So I'm going to learn. I'm going to take a look at that game and learn from it. Okay. Oh, that's bad. That was when I gave the advantage up. My goodness. Just land the check here, bro. Just push this pawn here. What is the idea? Let's say my opponent captures here. What is the idea behind the move? Okay, if opponent captures here, I just capture here. I'm simply saying, bro, this pawn structure is terrible. And my queen is very active. If my opponent captures here, a move like this comes to mind. Okay, a move like this is just going to lose this pawn. So maybe capturing here is going to be the way. So let's go back. So I play this move, and after my opponent captures here, capturing there was bad. I think, oh, just strike the queen. Strike the queen. The engine really wanted me to gain a tempo on the queen, just put my bishop on some other active squares. But I didn't do that. I captured this way, then play this move. I was just trying to play a waiting move. The engine is frowning at that. And all of these were okay. And in the game, if my opponent had played this move, it was just going to be a fork. But my opponent found that, saw that, and they declined. Now I was completely winning after that move, and then I played this move, and I'm not losing, but I lost some of my advantage. I'm still winning. So what was the best move here? Push pawn forward, bro. I had to push this pawn forward just to create chaos here, and at some point in the game, I actually went for it. Capturing there was really good. Capturing that bishop there was really good because that bishop and the queen battery over here is just going to be very dangerous. Oh, trading there was bad. So what was the best move now? Maybe push pawn again. Okay, land a check here. Land a check there. So what is the follow-up? Let's quickly take a look. What is the follow-up after that? The engine wanted this. Okay, they can play a move like this. What if they play a move like this? How am I gaining material? Okay, then I land a check here. And after the queen goes here, the queen is forced to capture. Okay, rook to e1 and queen to f8. f8. Okay, f8. This is f8. Ooh, looks like after I move like this, what am I gaining? What am I really gaining? Okay, the engine is suggesting my opponent just plays a move like this, and it makes sense. Okay, then looks like I'm just going to keep my opponent in zugzwang. Ooh, look at this. I'm threatening to go here check. I'm threatening to just go here pin the queen, and looks like opponent cannot really do anything about it. The engine is suggesting some silly moves like this, and this is just going to be a pin, and I'm just going to win material, and I should be chilling. Okay, I didn't go for any of that. I just captured there, and then I push pawn forward, and now it is the best move. Then I play this move, just trying to make sure this is defended and I can capture here and not worry about back rank checkmate. That's bad. The engine doesn't like that move. Okay, I played a lot of inaccurate moves here. A lot of inaccurate moves. Let's see what was the best move here. Okay, just push pawn forward. Yeah, now it makes sense. It makes a lot of sense. And if opponent captures here, I just play a move like this, and this is pinned. The bishop is pinned, so they will just be losing the piece. They will be losing the piece. Instead, I went there. And after my opponent started moving their king, I really wanted to move my queen somewhere and try to start something. Let's see if that was part of a good move. Yes, that's just a move. It is a move. Go for it, justice. Okay. Play that move, and after this trade, I knew this position should be winning for me, and look at it. Look at it, and the rest was history. The problem here is that my opponent's king is tied down to my pawn, and by the time they try to capture the pawn, my king will be on my king will be wreaking some havoc on this part of the board. That's exactly what happened. That's exactly what happened. I was expecting my opponent to land a check here, but he landed a check there. Let's see. I think the best move should be a check here. Yes. And I'll be forced to play a move like this. Just be forced to play a move like that. Because if I play some random moves like this, I just lose my bishop, and maybe my opponent survives. And opponent resigns. Let's get another game rolling. Okay, I'm playing a 2076 and I have the black pieces. Let's go for the French defense. Okay, not the French defense. This is the queen's pawn opening. So my opponent is going for some London system here. Okay, now it's now the Indian game because of the positioning of my knight. A move like this is very useful in the London system. Okay, now it's now the London system. Engine decide what are you going to call it. A move like this comes to mind, a natural looking move, but it's just going to interfere with my queen defense of this, and I'm just going to lose that. And in this position, I suspect my opponent might want to play moves like this and castle here, but I do not mind that. Okay, pushing pawn forward now comes to mind. Okay, opponent strikes with that move immediately. Pushing pawn forward here doesn't seem to do anything for me. Capturing here is a way to go in this opening. Capturing here, I'm not seeing what I gained here. Let's say I capture here, opponent captures this way. If I play a move like this, I'm losing my bishop, which is not something I want here. I do not want to lose my bishop. This knight is a menace here. How do we remove the knight? How do we remove the knight? Maybe I just bring this back. Let's bring this back here. I'm really considering this move. Okay, opponent is saying if you capture there, I'm going to replace it with a different knight. But I have an idea. Let's go here. If my opponent captures here, I capture here. But if my opponent push pawn forward, do I really want to play a move like this? Looks like a move I am willing to play. If my opponent captures here, I do not mind capturing this way. If my opponent plays this move, I think I might be interested in hitting my opponent with this move, saying there evil piece. Just move away. A move like this also comes to mind. Ooh, I'm also thinking of a move like this because I suspect my opponent might want to play a move like this. Yes. Okay, my opponent strikes with that move. Oh, I'm looking at this, trying to trap the queen, but we do not have that. What if we play a move like this? Opponent sacks here, capture, capture, and a move like this, I should be fine. I definitely should be fine. So if I play a move like this, where's my opponent going? There's the knight going. Maybe the knight goes here. And then I'm looking at a move like this. Isn't the queen trapped? Isn't the queen trapped? I think the queen is getting trapped here. So after I move like this, my opponent might sack here. And I'm looking at blocking this way. And I think I should be fine. So let's strike here. I suspect my opponent is going to sack here. And after the sacrifice, I should be able to play a move like this and be okay. If my opponent moves this knight, their queen is going to get trapped because after I move like this, I'm hitting the queen and the queen cannot escape via the square because the knight is sitting here and the queen can't go here. Oh, the queen can go here. Wow. Oh, the queen can go there. Ooh, but then I have a move like this and look at that. I'm looking at even capturing here first before I even capture here. Ah, that makes sense. That makes sense. If my opponent sacks here, looks dangerous, but I do not think I should worry too much about that. Okay, my opponent finally went back. So what do we do here? I'm looking at going here. I'm looking at going there. Hitting the queen. Asking the queen, go away. Opponent has this move. I really want to trap that queen. I really do want to trap the queen. So let's say I play a move like this. I hit the queen goes here. If I hit the queen again, the queen has a square, which is not a move I like. Alright, let's go here regardless. That's just a tempting move that we cannot ignore. The problem is that my opponent's king is stuck on the center of the board. My opponent's king is still on the center of the board. I really feel like capturing here. Oh, I think I have this move now, and then this fork. But the problem with going here now is that my opponent can capture this way, and that is just checkmate threat. That is a checkmate threat. A move like this doesn't seem to do anything for me. And capturing here makes sense, looks interesting, but maybe I'm not sure. I do not want to go for that. So let's go here instead. Let's go here instead. If my opponent decides to capture here, that's just going to be a check and I'm winning material here. If my opponent decides to castle here, I think I'm just going to capture here and I should be chilling. I think I'm in love with my position here. Capturing here now is a threat because it comes with a check. And the opponent finally decided to play such move. Opponent decided to play that move. Okay, so how do we respond to this now? A move like this comes to mind. A move like this looks very interesting and a move I would like to play. Problem with capturing here is that my opponent can capture here and that's just opening lines towards my king. A move like this comes to mind with ideas of just trapping this. Okay, but it's not getting trapped. It is not getting trapped. Do I want to trade queens? Nah, let's not trade queens. Let's just capture here. Let's keep it simple. And looks like I'm up a pawn. Am I not? I think I'm up a pawn here. I should be fine. I'm up 2 pawns, although this pawn is arguably a weak pawn. Let's just go back here. And now I'm very interested in trading queens. That looks like a pawn, but I think I love the knight sitting here. Opponent could play a move like this, but I really do not mind that move. I don't think my opponent gains anything much from playing that move. That's not a move I'm scared to see on the board. This knight is a menace here. Let's keep it that way. Okay, look at that, guys. Look at that. That's interestingly interesting. But then I have a move like this, but my opponent has this checkmate. So we cannot allow that. We cannot allow that. I would love to play a move like this, but we can't play that. A move like this comes to mind. A move like this also comes to mind. A move like this comes to mind, but it does nothing. Okay, so what do we do here? I suspect my opponent would like to double up here. I really suspect that. But we need to take care of this threat. That's a very nasty threat. We need to actually watch out for it. What if I play a move like this? Okay, I'm thinking of playing a move like this. But that's just taking care of the threat temporarily. So let's just do this instead. Let's be very careful. A move like this is something I'm looking at playing next. Just trying to trade material. Trying to trade the queens. I'm up material, so let's trade. A move like this I would have loved to play, but this threat is the threat we shouldn't overlook. That's a very nasty threat. A move like this looking very interesting, but for now doesn't seem to do much. It doesn't really do much. For now it doesn't really do much. Do I worry about my opponent capturing here? Not really. Let's do this. I'm hitting the queen. It's not like I'm winning the queen. But let's see. The queen is defended. If my opponent captures here, I just capture here and I am chilling. Opponent capture here, I have this move. I have 2 rooks defending this. So I have no issues there. This knight is a monster knight. That's just a monster. My opponent sacks there. Are you for real, bro? Yes, bro is for real. Bro is for real. I feel like just sacking here. I feel like just sacking there. And I have 2 rooks for the piece, but opponent thinks I'm just going to go back. But if I go back, guys, I'm getting checkmated. But I can block the check this way and I should just be fine. I should just be fine. Let's block the check this way. Okay, maybe opponent has this move. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Getting very interesting now. Opponent has that move. I'm looking at playing a move like this, just making sure everything is defended. I'm also looking at just trading queens. The problem with, okay, yes, I think I can trade queens. Yes, I can trade queens. And if my opponent ignores and plays a move like this, I can just come back, block the check with my queen, and I should be fine. So let's see what my opponent is going to do here. If my opponent plays a move like this, I think sacrificing here is actually a move. And asking my opponent to capture here. And then I capture here. And my claim is that I have an overwhelming material advantage here. That's my claim. But I do not think it is necessary. I do not think it is a necessary sacrifice. By sacrifice, I have to look at if and consider. It's a move I should consider and know if I want to go for it. So opponent is trying to come up with something very good. Let's see what my opponent is going to come up with. And opponent plays that move. Wow. Opponent doesn't want that trade. Do I worry about getting checkmated somehow? Now I feel like just capturing here with check. A move like this also comes to mind. But that's weakening my king side. Let's not weaken the king side. Do I want to capture here? If I capture here, what do I expect? This knight is a monster knight, but I am up 4 points of material. And I think I should be trading. That's what I think. So I feel like just bringing a rook here. I feel like just bringing a rook there. Ideas of just capturing here. This knight is a monster knight, holding on to some amazing squares here. So let's go here. If my opponent removes the knight, I can capture here. This rook is actually an amazing rook as well. So what if my opponent decides to capture here? A move like this comes to mind, but this queen is defending that square. So we can't really go there. I'm up 4 points of material, but I think I'm getting attacked. So because I'm getting attacked, we have to be careful, because sometimes one mistake like this and the game is over. Sometimes it just takes one very good mistake and it's just GG's. Opponent has like 1 minute time advantage, so we also want to watch out for that. Oh, opponent traded. I wasn't expecting that trade. I wasn't expecting the trade. Opponent would love the opportunity to land some check somewhere. Is this a move they are playing? All right, let's go. Should I worry about getting checkmated? Not really. I'm not really worried about getting checkmated. I'm just trying to be careful. Careful of some perpetual checks. A move like this comes to mind. A move like that doesn't seem to do nothing. Okay, so let's go here. Let's okay, maybe we are going to be getting hit with a check here. This is a pawn that might be hanging. All right, let's play a move like this. Let's keep it defended this way. I suspect we are going to be getting hit with a check here. So let's see. I think I can move my king and I should just be fine. Okay, opponent might be looking at going in that way. Can I sack material back? Nah. Yes, I can. Do I sack material back? No, I'm not. I'm not going to sack material back. Let's go here. I see my opponent playing a move like this, trying to set up checkmate here, but I'm just going to come here. Just going to go there and I should be okay. Although this bishop is really annoying on this diagonal. Opponent might be looking at that. Yes, I saw that move coming. Let's play this move fast. Opponent has like ×2 of my time. So opponent is just not playing. I do not expect my opponent to cast. I do not expect my opponent to trade queens. Trading the queens just makes my life 10 times easier. So I expect to see a move like this. Expect to see a move like this, saying if you go here. Okay, I can't even go here. I can't go there. Okay, we didn't see that move. Right, let's go here. This piece, I'm just threatening to sack here. I think my opponent might say, bro, I'm going to allow that. What do you really have there? Okay, opponent has like a 1 minute time advantage, roughly 1 minute time advantage. I do not want to get flagged here, but I need to find ways to start coming with active moves. Need to find ways to start coming here with active moves. A move like this comes to mind. This is defended this way. I'm looking for a trade. A trade my opponent doesn't want. Opponent desperately doesn't want to see a trade on this board. Opponent really doesn't want to see a trade on the board. So let's see how my opponent is going to respond to this. I saw that move coming from 2 miles away. Need to move, guys. We need to move. My goodness, did I just blunder? Yes, it seems so. Because if my opponent goes here now, my goodness, I just blundered. Oh, I just blundered so hard. The opponent doesn't go there. My opponent had found that move. It would have been a very interesting move. Let's start rolling our pass pawn. Let's start rolling the pass pawn. Now, if my opponent plays a move like this and try to go here, my queen can come here. My queen is on time to come back here. But if my opponent had played a move like this, I think maybe sacrificing here might be the way. But let's see, this is an interesting game. Let's see what the engine says after the game. Let's see what the engine is going to say, what's going on in this game. I really feel like just sacking here does absolutely nothing. Does absolutely nothing, but looks like we might be getting into an opposite colored bishop endgame. Let's go here. Feel like just capturing here. Let's go here. Have two pass pawns rolling. And a move like this is also very dangerous because it comes with this threat. And I'm also threatening to win this. Yes. This is overwhelmingly winning. Opponent goes for that move. Oh my god. That looks interesting, but I'm up 2 pawns. This is opposite colored bishop endgame. Should opponent would like to believe it is equal, but I'm not seeing it being equal. I am not seeing it being an equal position. Maybe equal, but very tricky. It's a very tricky position. All my pawns are defended. Okay, now this pawn is falling. Opponent cannot really capture this pawn. Pushing pawn forward here is just asking for trouble. Push pawn forward. I just start going for the pawn. Okay, maybe not really necessary. But I feel like going for the pawn. Won't lie. Let's go for the pawn. Opponent cannot really attack my pawns. Okay, opponent goes there. Because guys, we need to move. I have just 54 seconds. What am I doing? What am I doing? If my opponent captures here, I should be able to capture here. 13 seconds. This guy want to flag me, bro. Not today. Not today. I'm not going to capture here because if I capture here, I no longer have a pass pawn. So I'm just going to keep the pawn rolling. Keep it rolling. King would love to go in, but the king is going nowhere. And that's a queen, bro. That's a queen. That's a queen. Isn't that checkmate? Why is it not checkmate? Why is this not checkmate? It's unbelievable. Let's just make a new queen. This should be checkmate. Wow. That was an intense game. That was really an intense game. Let's take a look at the analysis. I think at the end of the game, okay, I thought I ended up giving away an advantage, but nah. Once I started winning, okay, at this point, I gave up the advantage at some point here, but after that, I was just completely winning. This is an interesting game. I played with 80.7% accuracy, and my opponent played with 75. Let's see what happened in that game. Okay, a typical London system, and where did I make a mistake? Maybe capturing here. This knight is usually a menace, and was capturing the knight good. Okay, going back, that's the beginning of my issues. Capturing there was not really good. It was an inaccuracy. And there was okay. Okay, after this move, okay, that was a mistake from my opponent. And then I struck with this move. Captured here. Captured here. And I'm fine here. Captured here. Okay, that's a bad move. That was not really the best move. So what was the best move here? Just push pawn. The engine is saying, bro, what are you doing? Just push pawn. The queen is going to sit here. Is there a way I trap the queen? I'm not really seeing how I trap the queen. Let's go. Okay, I captured here, and then I retreat my bishop. Oh, that was bad. That was bad. Oh my goodness, that was just lost. So what was the best move for my opponent there? Look at that, guys. Look at that. If I go capture here, checkmate just comes here. It's just going to be check and checkmate here. That is, if I go capture here, my opponent just lands a check here, and then deliver checkmate here on the next move. So I can't really capture there. And what if I sack here? What if I just capture here? Okay, let's see what the engine recommends I play here. Bishop to d7. Ask my opponent to capture here. And after this trade, think my opponent has this move. Okay, not that, but this move. That's an interesting move, guys. And this is pinned, and I'm just going to end up losing material. The engine is already so okay. I can capture here, and after the trade, what else? Rook AC8. A move like this. Ooh, it makes sense. But why is it losing for me? Why is the engine screaming this is lost for me? Opponent can capture here. It comes with check. Okay, I thought opponent could not capture there. But opponent can capture there. It comes with check. And once I move away, opponent is up material. And okay, that was where I gave up the advantage there. We need to be watching out for these little tactics. We shouldn't be missing it. My opponent sacks there and this check, and I just block with a bishop. And after that trade, I knew that trade cannot be good. After that trade, I was just completely winning here. And at some point, I thought I gave my opponent an advantage again. Yes, I was worried about this move. Let's see, is that the best move? Okay, that move does nothing. Let's see what the best move would be for me. If my opponent had played a move like this, what would be the best move for me? Okay, it would be sacrificing here. And what if my opponent captures there? And then I go rook to e2. Wow, makes sense. Makes sense. Opponent doesn't have an immediate check, and I'm threatening to capture here. I'm threatening to go here. Okay, so that was not a move I should have been too worried about. And after this move, opponent forks me here. And after the trade, opponent is saying this is opposite colored bishop endgame and it should be equal. But I'm saying, bro, I'm up a lot of pawns here. If I'm careful enough, it shouldn't be equal. But I'm just trying to activate my king. And I made some inaccuracies here, but I was just winning. And then my opponent was just trying to flag me, but he wasn't able to flag me. And then I strike with this move, a very beautiful move. If my opponent captures here, I capture here. And if my opponent tries to queen, I just go close to the pawn, win the pawn. I'm left with an extra bishop, and that should just be winning. That should just be winning. Opponent realizes that, and instead of capturing here, I just push my pawn forward. I have a pass pawn that is running, and opponent doesn't really have a nice way or a good way to stop the pawn. Promote to a queen, and the rest was history. Guys, if you're watching the video, now is the time for you to smash the like button. Make sure to like the video. So far, so good. We played 2 games, and we won 2 games. Let's get the third opponent. Who am I playing? Playing Grigori from, is that Japan? Yes, that's Japan. And I'm playing with the black pieces again. Okay, let's go with the king, with the French defense. My opponent going to go for the exchange variation and say, bro, I do not want problems. Okay, opponent is going for the classical variation. Let's strike with this move. Opponent can play a move like this. Now that I'm thinking of it, I think I should have just gone for the Winiwa variation. I think that's how they pronounce that. I think I can still go for it. Yeah, well, now it's no longer that. It's now this tennis variation. Pushing pawn forward here looks interesting to me with intention of coming here. I do not want my knight. This is a very good pawn break in the French defense. So I do not want my knight blocking my pawn off. Capturing here was always the plan. So how do I... Okay, opponent just captures there. Is that a move I should worry about? Bro, why did my opponent capture there? Look at this pawn structure, guys. At least when the pawn was sitting here, the pawn was looking nice. Pawn was looking good and nice. Opponent wants to put a bishop there. I'm thinking of landing a knight here. But if I land a knight there, what if my opponent plays this move? What can I do? Doesn't look like I can do much about that. So if I land a knight here, opponent's likely going to play a move like this. Keep it solid. But my knight sitting here should not be too bad. That's what I really think. The knight sitting here should not be too bad. I really wish I could land a check here somehow once my knight is sitting here. But I can't. So I'm looking at playing a move like this. A move like this also comes to mind. A move like that also comes to mind. So what if I play a move like this? Ask my opponent to play this. And I strike with this move. I think I love that. I love that. Let's go here first. Let's go there first. What if my opponent plays this move? Okay, do not mind. I'm just going to trade here and just end up winning a pawn. Okay, my opponent strikes with that move. A check here already comes to mind. A check there already comes to mind. Pushing pawn forward also comes to mind. But pushing pawn forward doesn't seem to do anything for me. Okay. So what if I land a check here first? I expect my opponent to play a move like this. So let's see what my opponent plays here. I'm expecting a move like this, trying to gain a tempo on my queen. But I'm just going to capture here. Capturing here feels like a move I shouldn't be doing. It feels like a move that I should play. Okay. A move like this comes to mind, guys. I'm just threatening to deliver checkmate here. Just threatening to deliver checkmate here. And that's just looking awesome. That's looking pretty, guys. It's looking pretty. We are going to play a move like this. If my opponent strikes with this move, that's checkmate. So what is my opponent going to play? Okay, for a moment, I thought I had a move like this. I was already happy. Thought I had that move, but my opponent can then strike with a move I do not like. Putting the queen there. Capturing here comes to mind as well. Playing a move like this comes to mind. Opponent is going to capture, and then I come here. Capturing here is just giving up material. I'm not really up a pawn. I was trying to check to see if I'm up a pawn or something, but I'm not up a pawn. Okay. So if we go here now, opponent is just going to capture here. A move I really do not want to see on the board. So what if I just proceed to play a move like this? Just try to castle my king. Look at my opponent pawn structure. The pawn is really sad. Pushing pawn forward here does nothing for me. If my opponent captures here, I'm happy to recapture this way. But then maybe my opponent plays a move like this. Okay, I do not mind seeing that on the board. If you play a move like this, I have a check here. The check is quite nasty. Check is quite nasty. All right, so let's go this way. Let's keep it simple. Let's see what my opponent is going to strike me with here. A move like this, opponent can play. Do I just repeat with a check here? Okay, I have the opportunity of just repeating with a check here. Opponent just captures here. I'm happy to recapture this way, and I think I'm okay. I'm also looking at just bringing a bishop here. If my opponent plays a move like this now, it is a bad move because I have a check here and I'm just picking up this rook. Now I'm also threatening to just capture this pawn. I'm just so in love with my position. That's exactly what my opponent goes for. And that's a check, bro. The king is forced here. Or they block with the, if they block with the queen, that's a queen. You block here, okay, and my opponent resigns. And that's 3 games out of 3, guys. We are just beating everybody that crosses our path. Let's take a look at the analysis. Let's see what happened here. I love the winner where variation. I started looking at it very recently. I started looking at the variation very recently. And I'm loving it, guys. I played that with 91.7% accuracy. Although the Chess.com Explorer, Opening Explorer thinks that position, that opening was this tennis variation, but I just started looking at the 1 hour variation, and I have also started looking at my advanced variation. I'm trying to actually dive deeper into my openings and know what I'm doing in the opening phase, because I'm that chess player that just freestyles. Okay, but this is not the Winewa variation because I had the opportunity to go for it and I didn't go for it, and now it is just no longer the Winewa variation. And straight out of the opening, my opponent has the advantage. Capturing there can't be good, guys. It can't be good. Look at this pawn. This is why it is not good. Look at this pawn island. That's just 2 pawn island that is doing nothing. Look at it. And after I traded there, my opponent plays this move. I strike with this move. What was the best move? I was thinking, okay, the engine wanted me to go here immediately. I actually thought about that move, asking my opponent to capture here so I can land a move here. But what if my opponent has played a move like this? Okay, let's say my opponent played a move like this because I was thinking about this. What if my opponent had played a move like this? Capturing here comes to mind, but I'm not sure I want to do that. So let's see what the engine really thinks here. Okay, now I proceed with this move. Okay, it's just a move or that's something. Engine wanted me to ask my opponent to play a move like this, and after, okay, engine wanted this move. Can I grab here? I think I can grab here, but that's not the move suggested. But okay, I can grab here, and after opponent captures here, I just have this move and I'm winning a pawn. That's 1. but the engine is suggesting I just go d7. And what is my opponent going to play here? d2. And now I can capture here. What if my opponent captures here? Oh, then I can capture with check. And after this, capture here. What am I really gaining here? Okay, my opponent cannot capture here because now I have this check and I'm just picking up the rook. So after all of those trade, I'm just going to be up a pawn. And that's what the engines, that's the variation, the first top variation of the engine. But instead I went for this, and after my opponent played this move, I landed this check. And then I found this move. I'm threatening checkmate here. And after this move, I was thinking of landing a knight here. Let's see if the engine agrees with me. Oh, just pushing pawn forward, guys. Just pushing pawn forward. Maybe the engine wanted this, or what does the engine really want? I do not know. Maybe asking my opponent to capture it. I do not really know. Do not know. I'm trying to bring attackers into the game. And I told you guys, opponent cannot play this move because this is check, and not just a check, it comes with a fork. It's just a fork. And if my opponent tries to play a move like this, I'm just going to capture here. Now they will be forced to block this way. And we are going to trade queens. And after the trade, capture here because we are up 5 points of material. Since we are up 5 more points of material, we just want to be trading. Let's get another game rolling. All right, who do we have here? We are playing the MG. Let's go with the king's pawn opening. NG is going for the Caro-Kann, and I'm looking at going for the Von Hennig gambit. It's actually a dangerous gambit, and a gambit I have not actually taken a lot of time to look at. This is called the Von Hennig gambit. So let's see what my opponent knows in this gambit. This is a gambit you should be playing in blitz game, but I think I have gotten away with playing it in rapid games sometimes. Okay, my opponent is not even accepting the gambit. Opponent is saying, bro, stay away. I'm going to stay away from any silly gambit you want to hit me with. I'm looking at playing a move like this and just castling on the next move, and that shouldn't be bad. A move like this also comes to mind, but let's go here. I'm kind of divided. Put the knight here, put the knight here, but putting the knight here doesn't really make any sense. And now that I have actually pushed the pawn forward here, maybe I should be considering castling here. I think that's exactly what I'm considering now. And then rolling my pawns this way. Let's go here. Let's go here. Opponent might strike with a move like this. Trading here. I may not want. Okay, opponent doesn't do that. I'm interested in pushing pawn here, but let's go for this cheeky move. Why is it cheeky? We are threatening to play a move like this, and this is getting trapped. If opponent is not paying attention, they're just going to get their bishop trapped. Opponent is paying a lot of attention. Opponent is paying a lot of attention, but now I think I am in love with this move. I'm in love with a move like this, but I'm not seeing what I get with that. Opponent can break the pin this way. A move like this also comes to mind. Let's castle here first. Let's just castle our king away from chaos. Opponent wants to castle the other way. I would love to play a move like this, trying to stop my opponent from castling, but guys, the move doesn't really stop my opponent from castling. I'm looking at playing a move like this, but then my opponent can capture with check, and after I recapture, then they capture here, and I have absolutely nothing. I'll be left with absolutely nothing. A move like this is a useful move in this position. After all, the king sitting here should not be bad. So let's go for that. Oh, should I worry about my opponent playing moves like this? I do not think I should be too concerned about that move. I'm also looking at trying to break open the center here. It looks like that's a solid move, and I can't really go for it. A move like this I would like to play, doesn't really do much. I can capture here with check, and after the trade, then they capture my bishop, but capture my knight. If I'm able to play, but opponent is also threatening to play a move like this. I think we should play a move like this. Let's play a move like this. What if my opponent sacks there? My goodness. What if my opponent sacks here? Then I do not see the sacrifice working, because my opponent will have only a queen that is attacking me at the moment, and with just a queen, I'm not seeing the attack working. I have a lot of peace around my king, and that might be a double-edged sword, because sometimes you just want to escape with the king. Now I feel like just playing a move like this, and I think that should be more than okay. Let's play a move like this. I might be asking for trouble, guys. Let's play a move like this. And what is my idea behind the move? The idea is to play a move like this. And if my opponent captures it, okay, opponent goes that way. Ooh. What if I go here, guys? Guys, look at that move. Look at that move. I have this move. If my opponent captures here, I can capture here with check. And if my opponent doesn't capture, oh my goodness, I think my opponent just blundered. Opponent just blundered. If I play a move like this, if my opponent captures here, oopsies, that's a queen. That's a queen. So if I play a move like this, opponent cannot go here to defend because the evil knight is also looking at that square. The evil knight is defending both of those squares. And opponent just has to capture here. Because even a move like this doesn't save my opponent. Okay, opponent could play a move like this. Okay, I think opponent might be looking for the resign button. That's just beautiful. I think this might be our first brilliant move of the day. Let's see what my opponent is going to do here. Opponent might be looking for the resign button. Wow, that's just incredible. We are going to capture here with check. This is called an in-between move. Oh, I was jubilating just as I was jubilating. Can opponent really get away with capturing here? Can he get away with capturing there? I do not think so. Oh, he can. He can. Oh, I was jubilating. I thought I was winning already. I completely thought I was winning. Pushing pawn forward is begging for trouble. Oh, I thought I was completely winning there, guys. Thought I was completely winning. Okay, let's just lock in. Let's not let that get to us. A move like this is also coming to mind. If I pin it, opponent is just going to walk away. Just walk away from the pin. Okay, a move like this now comes to mind. I'm looking at playing a move like this. Maybe opponent is just going to capture. Let's see what my opponent is going to do about it. Let's lock in. I thought I was winning, but wasn't winning. Opponent has like 2-minute time advantage. We need to try to pick up the pace. We need to pick up the pace. Looking at the position, is there something I can call an advantage for myself here? I'm not seeing what I could call an advantage here. I'm not seeing what I can call an advantage here. I wish I can land a check here. It would be checkmate. It would be checkmate, but I can't land a check there. Oh, playing a move like this comes to mind, but that's not a move that does a lot. Okay, let's play a move like this. If my opponent captures here, I'm just going to capture here. And okay, I think in this position, we can brag about having the bishop pair. We can brag about having the bishop pair. So let's see. If my opponent plays a move like this, it looks interesting, but I'm already looking at this move with ideas of landing a check here. So I have the bishop pair. We can be claiming that as an advantage, I guess. A move like this comes to mind. A move like that doesn't seem to do nothing, at least at the moment. At the moment, that move does nothing. Ooh, is my opponent going to push pawn forward some way? Maybe here. Trying to say if you capture, I can recapture back. Okay. If my opponent push pawn forward, I'm looking at just going forward. Opponent doesn't do any of that. This piece is hanging, guys. This piece, okay, it's not even hanging. I thought it was hanging. I really thought it was hanging. I'm looking at playing a move like this and then going here. And I'm trying to beg my opponent to make a blunder here. If my opponent plays a move like this, I can just capture here. So it seems. It looks like if my opponent plays a move like this, I can capture here. Opponent can capture this way. My opponent is just chilling. So because of that, I feel like playing a move like this. Just trying to make sure all of this, the rook is defending the rook. So that if opponent plays here, I can just capture here and not worry about losing the pawn and having an isolated pawn. That makes sense. A move like this also comes to mind, but we might get it with a move like this. And I'm already considering a move like this then. Trying to pin that, but my opponent steps away from the pin, and that doesn't look like I have too much going on for me. Let's just make sure the rook is defending the rook. I'm also looking at playing a move like this. Oh my goodness, this guy. The guy wants to double up here. At least I see the plan coming. And because we see the plan coming, okay, we shouldn't allow it. What if I play a move like this? If opponent captures here, I get to capture here. Let's say I push pawn forward. My goodness, my opponent has the time advantage. Opponent has a lot of time advantage here that I do not appreciate. A move like this is coming to my mind, trying to ask my opponent to play a move like this. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's ask my opponent to play a move like this. I'm also stopping them from doubling the pawns here. Okay. Let's push. Let's move as fast as we can. Now, if they double up here, that's a pawn, bro. Although my opponent can capture here and say that's a pawn, bro. Opponent can say exactly the same thing to me. Now I feel like just pushing the pawn forward here. Let's do it. If my opponent captures here, I capture here. This bishop is quite sad. Bishop is sad on that diagonal. If my opponent captures here, do I just capture here? Opponent doesn't capture. And what if we just go here? Okay, let's do this. Let's make sure this is cemented. At some point, yes, I wanted to say that I'm just going to sack there. Just going to trade there. Let's see what my opponent does here. I'm trying to play fast. I do not want to lose this game on time. This bishop is sad. My bishop is also not the best bishop on the board. A move like this comes to mind. A move like that might just be creating weaknesses. Opponent wants to push pawn forward. Let's go here. The position is looking equal, but if I play too slow, I might just end up losing on time. Okay, a move like this is coming to mind with ideas of pushing pawn forward, asking my opponent to capture here. Opponent is doing that. Let's lock up the board, I guess. Position is dead equal, GG's. Opponent captures here, I capture here. If opponent lands a check here, I'm offering my opponent a draw. I'm saying, bro, how do you win this? Bro, how do you win this? Pushing pawn forward here comes to mind. That's me being trying to fight. That's me trying to fight. Bro, let's offer a draw here. Opponent has the time advantage. Opponent is trying to flag me. Bro, guys, opponent is just trying to flag me. Let's just do this. But this was really an chaotic position. There's nothing going on here. I offered my opponent a draw. Opponent is declining it. Opponent is saying, bro, I'm going to flag you. But I think I can just repeat. I'm not getting flagged here. Opponent finally take the draw. Wow. Wow. I thought I was winning with that sacrifice. Let's quickly see what happened there after the sacrifice. I really thought I was winning. I was so excited. I thought I was winning that. Thought I was winning after the sacrifice. Yes, I had a slight advantage after the sacrifice. Wow. What was the best move? Can't be missing this. Are you for real? The engine is going nuts. Oh, wait, wait. Let's say my opponent just try to save their queen. Oh my god, what did I just miss here? What did I miss? I'm very interested. What did I miss? What did I miss here? Let's see what the engine thinks I missed. What did I miss here? F4 check. If opponent push pawn forward, which is the top engine move, then we capture here. Opponent has to move this. And the top engine move is to move here. And after you move here, wasn't that the top engine move? Okay, the top engine move is to sack here. Not even a sacrifice. Just to capture there. And now I go b4. This is the remove the guard tactic. This is called the remove the guard tactic. And the engine is suggesting my opponent captures here. And then I capture here. Wow. No way I found this. No way I find this. There's just no way I find this. I didn't find it. I did not find it. I went there. Then I captured here. And if my opponent had played a move like this, I was so excited because I just captured here. Opponent discover check on the king, and I'm just winning material. But opponent doesn't have to. Opponent doesn't have to block the check, and the opponent knows they do not have to block the check, and they just moved away. And just like that, good luck winning this game. I had the bishop pair, but the position was locked. Position was completely locked out, locked up, and I have nothing. Yes, the engine is running at this, but the bishop is useless if the if the position is locked. The knight is usually stronger than the bishop. That's why I give up the bishop here. And here there was nothing going on except that my opponent has the time advantage. And I offered them a draw, they declined, and after some repetition, the game just ended in a draw. So let's get another game rolling. Okay, I'm playing a 2200 rated player from Australia. This is looking good. And opponent start with a nasty knight move. Not sure what my opponent is up to. This is called the Red Tees. Okay, now the Nimzowitsch blasting attack. Let's go here. This bishop might be a monster on this diagonal. Let's consider playing a move like this. I'm also looking at playing this move. Opponent is saying no. Let's play a move like this. I'm really considering this move. Let's go here. But opponent is going to capture. If opponent doesn't capture, I think I can capture here. I'm looking at playing a move like this. Fianchetto my own bishop. My bishop is just going to be a monster on this diagonal. So let's see. Let's castle here now. Is my opponent going to trade bishop? Okay. I do not think I mind that. Trade. Oh, opponent wanted that. Let's go here. Alright, I think I'm just going to ignore that. If my opponent captures here, I think I can capture here. But capturing here comes to mind because it comes with this move. Oh, alright, let's go here. Alright, let's take a look. What if I just capture here, then capture here? I don't think the move order matters. If I capture here, that will be giving up the bishop pair. We do not want to be giving up the bishop pair. So now I'm tempted to just capture here. And after my opponent captures here, I just capture here. And after the trade, I landed this move. And I think I'm okay with my position. So let's capture here first. And then let's capture here again. And then when I play a move like this, I'm gaining a tempo on the queen, which is very good. And then I'm looking at playing a move like this. But guys, we need to watch out for this diagonal, this file, because this move is very likely. That's a very likely move. And because it is a very likely move, does that mean I shouldn't play this move? I do not think so. I think I'm going for it, guys. It's a very active move. Trying to trade this monster bishop that is looking at my king. Okay, let's say I go here. Opponent is likely going to play a move like this. Okay, if I go here, if opponent plays a move like this, I'm really looking at just going here. Trying to go here. So let's say I go here. Opponent plays a move like this. Can I get away with capturing there? Asking my opponent to capture here. That's begging for trouble, guys. At the very least, that is begging for trouble. One thing I know for sure is that I really do not appreciate this bishop looking at my king this way. And if I play a move like this, what do I worry about? This knight is coming here. The knight is coming there, trying to stop us from trading. But maybe my opponent can throw in this move first before the knight comes here. Okay, if my opponent doesn't throw in this move and just land the knight here, where am I going? Can I go here? Can I go there? If I go there, my opponent has moves like this with ideas of landing moves like this. Okay, but this knight is a monster for now. Okay, let's go here regardless. Okay, but the knight can easily be kicked away. We need to watch out for that move. Okay, a move like this comes to mind, but the moment I play a move like this, that's a free piece because my opponent is just hitting that. So let's go here. What if my opponent plays this move? I capture here. Okay, I saw that move coming from 2 miles away. So what if we go here trying to challenge for the only open file on the board? Ooh, guys, opponent is threatening to go here. That's a move we cannot ignore. I remove this knight. I really hate what this bishop is doing here. That bishop, and my opponent is gaining time. Opponent has the time advantage again. So what's if we just go here? The bishop cannot go here, cannot really go there. If the knight goes here, I just capture here. Let's do this so that whenever any tactics arise, I just know I'm not getting checkmated. Very important we do that. Opponent would love to play a move like this. Opponent would love to play a move like this. So I won't be surprised if we get it with this move. I won't be surprised. But if we get it with this move, I'm looking at just playing a move like this, trying to gain tempo on the queen, and then playing a move like this. And if my opponent hits me with this move, going here feels doesn't feel like the best move to be playing on the board, but I think it's a move I can get away with playing, because I will have a threat of just capturing here and then winning the rook. The opponent just goes there. Let's keep this defended. Very important. You see what my opponent was cooking? Opponent is planning to play moves like this. But if my opponent plays this move like this, guess what we are going to do? We're just going to sack the rook. Can we sack the rook? No, we can't, because opponent captures here instead of capturing my rook here. And by the time I capture here, then they can capture here. And I'm just losing material. So we can't get away with capturing there, and we shouldn't be doing that. So if opponent strike me with this move, what do I do here? Oh my goodness. That's a move, because the move comes with a threat of landing a check here. But for now, the move doesn't really do much. For now, my opponent is doing well. Okay. Does opponent really wants to hit me with this move? Okay. Now I'm just looking at playing a move like this, and it comes with ideas of capturing here, which I think I'm okay with. Comes with the idea of capturing there, but is this getting trapped? I think at the very least I can play a move like this. I'm also watching now to make sure my opponent doesn't win material with some nasty check. Oh my goodness, that move looks very good. My opponent lands that move. I was thinking I would just go here, but then my opponent can he just capture here? If my opponent plays a move like this, I'm tempted to just capture here, but that does nothing. I'm tempted to sack here and capture here. It does nothing. The move does nothing, so we can't do that. If my opponent plays a move like this, I can go capture here. Let's say I go capture here. If opponent captures here, okay. I think I'm just losing a pawn. I don't know the best pawn to be losing, but I think I should be okay. I think at the very least I should be okay. So let's see what my opponent is interested in doing here. I really suspect this move, and I'm looking at playing a move like this, except that I am not really gaining a lot with that. Yes. So let's say we go here. I have a lot of threats on the board. One of the threats is to capture here and capture here. The other threat is simply to pick up this pawn. So I am very interested in playing a move like this. Let's see what my opponent is interested in doing here. I think my opponent just blundered. That's what I think. Okay, opponent can capture here. It does nothing. I'm just winning this bishop. And if opponent saves this bishop, I'm going to capture here and then capture this rook. Wow. Looks like my opponent, the hunter, is being hunted here. Looks like the hunter is being hunted here. So let's see what my opponent is going to play here. Opponent needs to find an accurate move here to survive. And I'm not really finding the accurate move, except my opponent surprised me with something quite accurate. What was that? But for now, I'm not really seeing any good move from my opponent. A move like this, trying to save material, I'm just going to capture here. A move like this looks interesting, trying to say, okay, I'm saving material. I'm just going to capture here. And once my opponent captures here, it feels like I can capture here. And after this move, I just capture the queen. Look at that move, bro. You see what bro is cooking? Bro, that's nothing, bro. Bro wants me to capture here and then hit me with this move. But it doesn't work, guys. It doesn't work. Okay. But if I go capture here, bro can capture here. Okay, it's begging for trouble at the very least. So I do not want to beg for trouble. So instead, I'm just going to capture here. Can't I just capture there? My opponent's queen is still under attack. Opponent's rook is still under attack. So let's go grab here. I love this bishop here. The bishop is keeping an eye on this square and this square. So I just want to keep it that way. I want to keep it that way. This is hanging. Opponent is just going to defend it. Okay, I thought opponent could defend it this way, but they can't. This evil knight actually defending this. Opponent would like to play a move like this, or maybe a move like this, trying to hit this and this. But even if you succeed in hitting both of those pieces, I can just move my rook away, and I'm just chilling. The bishop from 10 miles away is defending that, and I just have no issues here. I have absolutely no issues here. A move like this now comes to mind, trying to trade queens, because is there a reason not to? A move like this comes to mind. Let's trade queens, bro. Let's trade queens. Okay, I was just watching the time just to make sure my opponent doesn't have a time advantage. And so far so good. Opponent doesn't really have any time advantage. I'm also looking at playing a move like this, trying to trade queens, trying to trade material. Let's let some material leave the board. Let some material leave the board. So if we go here, is the queen not trapped? Queen is trapped and we are going to get a queen trade. I think I'm okay with that. Let's say we go here. Where's the queen going? Queen can't go here. Queen can't go here. I want a queen trade, bro. Give me a queen trade. Give me a queen trade and then resign. Give me that queen. Give me that evil queen. And my opponent resigns. And guys, we have played 5 games and we won 4 and we drew 1. Wow. We are just unstoppable today. We are just unstoppable today. What is going on? Played with 89.7% accuracy. Opponent played with 85.5% accuracy. Opponent should not even beat himself up. This guy here is just unstoppable. Let's quickly take a look at what happened in the game. Opponent went for the Reti opening, and this bishop became a monster in the opening very quickly. And I was just playing chess, traded material here, and then I thought this was good for me. And so far so good. The engine is saying, bro, you haven't made any mistake, because this is just opening. But after my opponent played this move, I was really worried about this bishop and the knight opening here and all of this move, and it feels like and it looks like my opponent has the initiative, and I think he actually does have the initiative. And after a move like this, it's just a little bit okay for my opponent, winning for my opponent. And after that, this move, engine, why would you call this move a bad move? Yeah, evil engine, why will you call that a bad move? Okay, what was the best move here? The engine, look at that, counter attack, look at that. Engine is simply saying, if your opponent captures here, you capture here. Isn't that it? Let's say my opponent captures here. Or is my opponent not just going to gain a pawn at the end of the day? I capture here. And if my opponent captures here, I capture here. And after this move, I capture here. Okay, material is equal and the position is equal. Okay, I didn't find that move. I did not find that move. Instead, I move my knight. And then my opponent strike with this move. I wanted to say I was proud of this move, but that was not the best move. What was the best move for me? What was the best move? Look at that, guys. What am I gaining with that move? Just walking into some nastiness. The engine. Ooh, it makes sense now. It makes sense. Bishop is under attack, but my opponent is going to move the bishop. Isn't he just going to move the bishop? Wow. Let's see why the engine is so in love with this move. Yes, move the bishop here. What do I have here? Oh, that's a trade. That's going to be a trade. Okay, opponent can capture here, but at the end of the day, I captured this pawn. Look at me, I was so blind. I wasn't even seeing this. But instead of that, I just went here. And the position is slightly better for my opponent. If my opponent had found a good move, which is just moving back and saying, bro, capture here. And after the capture here, if I dare capture, look at that, guys. That is nasty. That is nasty. The idea is here is simple. Capture here. And if after the trade here, I capture here. And oopsies. How are you stopping checkmate now? How are you stopping checkmate now? Wow. Wow, wow, wow. I did not allow that. But my opponent didn't find that, and my opponent was so worried about losing the rook, and they were just trying to play some trappy move here, saying if this guy capture here, maybe they capture here, and they were just trying to set up a trap. I captured the bishop first because the bishop is a monster on this diagonal, and after that, captured here, and I was just completely chilling. I offered them a queen trade, they refused it, and I offered them the queen again. And in this position, they cannot decline the queen trade. You do not have this move. You do not have this move, and if you trade the queens, good luck checkmating me, or good luck getting anything out of this position. And let's get another game rolling. Okay, I'm playing someone from Spain, and the account looks good. Let's go for the king's pawn opening. Opponent is going for the Scandinavian defense, and I'm looking at just going for the black Madima gambit, but let's just accept it. Let's just go for, opponent is going for some gambit, guys. Let's capture here. And to be honest, I am clueless what to do in this gambit. Opponent wants me to capture another pawn. I'm saying, bro, I'm not going to grab another pawn. Hold on to your pawns, bro. Look at bro, guys. Bro is not playing. Bro is not playing. A move like this comes to mind, but opponent has this check. Okay. A move like this comes to mind. Opponent has some nasty move that I do not want to see here. Okay, a move like this, opponent might be threatening to play a move like this. A move like this is coming to mind, but that's not a move that does absolutely anything for me. The move does nothing for me, and I do not think I want to allow my opponent to play this move. So we are going to play a move like this. I'm up a pawn. Opponent has a gambit line that he has cooked. Home preparation here. We have to just be very careful. We have to just be very careful because one mistake and I might be getting myself checkmated. I'm looking at playing a move like this. Doesn't help me. And guys, position is not really easy to play. I won't lie. The position is not the easiest position to play here. For the cost of a pawn, I have some troubles on the board. I'm looking at playing a move like this, and just trying to castle this way. So I'm able to get my king out of the center of the board. I think I should be fine. Opponent might be playing a move like this very soon. Is there anything I can do about it? Let's go here. I want to just fianchetto my bishop and castle. Fianchetto my bishop and just castle. And if I'm able to castle here, good luck on my opponent checkmating me. I'll just be up a pawn straight out of the opening. I see this move coming. I'm looking at playing a move like this. But now looks like I can no longer fianchetto because my opponent is going to hit me with this move. Oh, very evil move. I'm just looking at proceeding with this move and just castling. Maybe we just give up the pawn. Opponent doesn't do any of that, bro. Bro doesn't do any of that. My goodness me. Have I walked directly into the trap? A check here looks good. If I keep my king on the center of the board, that is dangerous, guys. Opponent might land a check here, and if I block this way, opponent captures this pawn. What if I block this way? Opponent captures here, and then I just capture here. Ah, that looks interesting and dangerous at the same time. But doesn't look like I'm left with a lot of options. If I move here, my king is going to be stuck on the center of the board for very long. This gambit, I really need to go look at it. I really need to go look at this gambit. Okay, so I'm looking at just pushing pawn forward, asking my opponent to capture here, and after the trade, I gain a tempo on the queen, a very important tempo. I'm just looking at castling, and staying away, but my pawn structure is going to be in ruins. Playing a move like this also comes to mind, but then my opponent captures here with check, and that's a rook, bro. That's going to be a rook, bro. We cannot be losing rooks. We cannot afford to lose a rook here. Opponent would love to play moves like this, stop me from castling. So a move like this that I'm trying to play, can I really get away with playing that? I'm looking at playing a move like this. But what if my opponent comes back? What if my opponent just comes back for the diagonal? Can I just come back here? I'm up a pawn, but look at this pawn structure, guys. Look at this pawn structure. Let's go here. Opponent might play a move like this, trying to say, bro, your king is not castling. If my opponent allows me castle, I'm happy. But they might not let me castle here. Opponent might not let me castle. Okay, if opponent plays a move like this, can't I just go here? Offer a queen trade. And if the queen leave the board, I do not think I have too much to worry about. Although this pawn structure is very sad. That's a very sad pawn structure. What if my opponent plays a move like this, saying, okay, there's a pin on this pawn, so you can't capture here. I think we can break the pin this way. And then maybe my opponent strikes with this move. Guys, this is a very interesting gambit. But looks like I'm about to survive the chaos. All right. Let's go here. If my opponent trades the queens, I'm happy because I'm no longer getting checkmated. I won't be getting checkmated if the queens leave the board. What if my opponent comes back here trying to attack this? I'm looking at just playing a move like this. Bro. Position is sad, guys. Position is very sad. If I castle now, my opponent is just going to get material back. I do not want to draw here. If I play a move like this, I see my opponent pushing pawn forward with intentions of playing a move like this. But I think we are going to play a move regardless. So let's see what my opponent plays here. Opponent strikes with that move. Opponent is being extremely cheeky. Opponent is being very cheeky. You see the plan behind the move. If I castle now, that is pinned. Pinned pieces do not protect. And my opponent will be able to capture here. And I do not want that. I feel like just going here. But then my opponent might play a move like this. Guys, this is craziness. Let's go here. Ask the queen, the evil queen, go away. Dear evil queen, just go away. Stop being evil. Okay, now if my opponent plays a move like this, in my opinion, my opponent has wasted a lot of time moving their rook, moving their queen everywhere, trying to trap me while I'm just improving my pieces. I improve the bishop here and then put the bishop here. The bishop is not looking sad here. And think I'm trading here, guys, and I'm just castling. Oh my goodness, did I just blunder? I blundered this. My goodness me, I just blundered that. Okay, but I have this move. And after my opponent captures here with check, I have this move, and that's a rook. That's going to be a rook. After my opponent captures here with check, he's going to have something else. Okay, I'm going to block this way. Very important we block this way. And why is it important? So that if I move my queen here, when my opponent captures here, he's able to capture here with check, and that's time. That is time. Opponent is just gaining initiative. We do not want my opponent gaining initiative. Let's go here. If opponent captures here, I'm just going here, and they would be forced to move their queen. They are forced to move their queen. And once they move their queen, that's a move, guys, and we are threatening checkmate. Look at that. Look at that. Opponent cannot even touch my rook. Opponent cannot even touch. Oh my goodness me. Opponent played that move. Opponent find that move. I found that move. A move like this, what does it do for me? Okay, I thought I was winning, but at the end of the day, opponent is back in the game. All right. That was an interesting game, to say the least. To say the least, that was an interesting game. But when the dust settle, guys, I'm no longer up anything. I'm no longer up a pawn. No longer up a pawn. When the dust settles, I am no longer up a pawn. Wow. Do I want to leave my king on the center of the board while going pawn grabbing? Makes sense. Makes sense, except it doesn't make sense. I want to go pawn grabbing here. Try to gain a pawn, but my king is, guys, my king is on the center of the board. King is literally on the center of the board. Let's say I capture here. I wish I can trade the queens. If only I can trade the queens, half of my problems, 90% of my problems is no longer a problem. So let's say we go capture here. My king here is very soft, and I have to watch out for checks like this so I do not lose this. So I'm looking at just capturing here. Let's go here. Going here looks very interesting. Going there is begging for trouble. Going there is just begging for trouble. Playing a move like this looks like a wasting of time. Playing a move like this doesn't look like a waste of time. Trying to defend that way. What if I just push pawn forward? What if I just push pawn forward? Just trying to keep everything solid. I need to play a move like this. I really need to play a move like this. I know I need to play a move like that. I know that. So let's say we push this pawn forward. I want to have a pawn going into the end game. And hopefully that grid doesn't cost me this game. Hopefully that grid is not going to cost me the game. If I push pawn forward, opponent might have a move like this, but I think I'm just going away. I'm just going away. A check here, and I'm just running away. All right, let's push pawn forward here. Oh, but I can't go away that way. I can't really go away that way, because if the queen is sitting here, the queen will be threatening to. Let's play this move instead. Oh, I wasted like over 1 minute to decide there. Let's move the king. Very important. We do not want to be losing our king. We do not want to lose anything to tactics. And now I'm simply threatening to just capture here. And I'm chilling. I am chilling. Ooh. Look at that, guys. I'm defending this way. I really want to trade queens here if my opponent lets me. But opponent is not going to let that happen. Opponent is not going to let that happen. Look at that, guys. A check here. I should not be worried about. A move like this, I should be okay with playing. But this bishop is really nasty. Opponent's bishop is very nasty. I want to land a check here, just trade. That's something I really want to do here. Trade queens. If I'm able to land a check here, but this bishop is controlling this square, so we can't really do that at the moment. Centralize my queen, shouldn't be bad. Opponent has like 2 minute time advantage. I'm up 2 pawns, guys. I'm up 2 pawns. If I'm able to trade the queens, I should be okay. I had a check here, but I do not. I have a check here, it doesn't do nothing. My goodness me. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. That's good. That's just good. My God. Finally. Opponent can grab there now. What if opponent lands a check here? I'm just going to move up and I should be okay. When the dust settle, I'm not up material. Position is just equal. When the dust finally settles, guys, that gambit was a very interesting one. It was a very interesting gambit. Let me try to offer my opponent a draw here. I see myself getting flagged. Try not to get flagged. The opponent is saying, bro, you are getting flagged. You are getting flagged. Can't even go up here. I can't move. Let's move here. Oh my God, that's a check. I really thought about that, and this move would have saved me this stress. My goodness, look at how I lost. Look at how I lost. Oh, my opponent played some very evil gambit. And when the dust settle, I'm losing. Let's resign. Let's resign. Let's see what I did wrong. Let's take a look at that gambit. Oh my god. Look at the position, guys. Out of the opening, I was slightly okay, but for a majority of the game, it was just a draw. And then at the end of the game, I just blundered material. I just made the one move blunder. My opponent actually put me under a lot of pressure. Wow, that was bad. Let me see. Next time, I'm going to punish this. Bro, engine says just captured, yeah? Let's explore this move. Because next time, I'm definitely going to capture there, and I'm going to say, dear opponent, come and show me your advantage. Opponent is going to capture here. And I go for this check first. Okay, what are the most logical move for my opponent? Okay, the best move for my opponent is one of these. If my opponent goes here, what do? We go to E2. Look at this, guys. Okay, this is how we seize the initiative from our opponent. This is how we seize the initiative. And after E2, what can my opponent play here? Bishop to D6. So what do we do here? We go D4. What if my opponent lands this check? Okay, the check does nothing. I'm just going to develop a knight here, and the knight defends this, and this is already defended. Next time I catch you with this gambit, you are going to regret playing it. Next time I catch you with this gambit, you are going to regret playing it. Okay. What if my opponent goes for a more natural move like this? Okay, we can capture here. Ooh. Oh, opponent can castle. Okay, this is looking tricky now. This is looking tricky and messy. I do not like this. Maybe I will not capture there. I do not like this. So what else do I have here? That's also very good. Knight here, but what if my opponent push pawn forward? That's why capturing here comes is good. Okay, let's say I capture here. And my opponent castles here. Oh, if he castles, he's blundering material, but my opponent can go here. The engine is actually suggesting I just capture one of these pieces and just sack my queen. Oh, my queen is not sacrificed. What am I thinking? Nobody is going to play this move. Nobody is going to castle here because if my opponent plays this move, I have this. Nobody is going to castle here. Nobody is going to castle here. And I was already worried about this move. Nobody is castling here. Nobody is castling here. So nobody is likely going to play knight f6. Okay. But let's kindly explore the line. Let's take a look at the line. Let's say my opponent has actually made studied. And then I captured here. And then a move like this doesn't work. What is the best move for my opponent? Okay, opponent captures here. The engine wants me to go c3. The engine is crazy, guys. The engine is crazy. The engine wants me to go c3. Okay, just to stop my opponent from playing a nasty move like this. What if bishop f4? What is f4? Is this f4? Can't I just ignore? Okay, I can't really ignore it. You for real. Opponent will be down 5 points of... Look at that, guys. Look at how the position went from... Okay. Now I see why it doesn't work. Because now my opponent has this move. So now I have to go d2. Bro, this is a very dangerous position to play. I'm going to look at this in depth. This is a very dangerous gambit, guys. Look, can I even remember all of this? The gambit is, but can my opponent also remember all their preparation? It's a two-way question. Okay, I have this move. It's the queen. They're going to keep the queens on the board. Can I castle here? Okay, what about a move like this? What about a move like that? Okay, engine wants me to play this. This is crazy, guys. I'm going to take a look at this game, but I didn't find all of this because I'm not stockfish. And just move 3. And you can see my opponent is also not playing it very accurate. So if I was able to find some accurate moves, my opponent would have been in serious trouble. Right here, I wasn't really doing bad. But that capture, yes, that was where I messed it up. I have no business capturing there. Maybe just castle here. I do not want to castle. I also do not want to castle. Maybe just go back here. Just go back here. The engine says, "Oh my goodness, this move is this gambit is so trappy. Gambit is so trappy." Okay, ask my opponent to capture here. I think maybe he's capturing this way. The gambit is so trappy. Okay, we are learning. We are learning, guys. We are learning. And my opponent found the only move. Because if my opponent didn't play this move, I would have been able to capture here. If let's say my opponent plays some random move, sad thing is they do not even have a random move. Maybe that's why they found it. This move doesn't exist. This one doesn't exist. Oh, that was the only move. That was the only move, and it was the best move. If my opponent had played some random goofy moves like this, that's capturing here is the way to go, but not really the way to. Yes, it's still the way to go. Let's say my opponent doesn't pin me and plays which other move? Which other move can my opponent play? Okay, let's say opponent just plays a move like this. Just let's assume this is saving the queen. I can capture here, and if my opponent captures here, this would be checkmate. This is what I saw. I was so excited. But then the only move for my opponent in this position is the best move. Why? Why? The only move that saves the queen here was just the best move. And after the trade here, position was equal, but very trappy. Opponent found some accurate moves. Opponent found a lot of accurate moves. And I missed this. How can I be missing that? Just save this. Just move it somewhere. But opponent had something better. What was the better move? Look at that, guys. Look at that. But what if I capture here? That's checkmate. Look at that. Wow, that was a roller coaster of a game. The gambit was so trappy. And this might be the first time I'm facing this gambit. This might be the first time I'm facing this gambit in the Scandinavian. So, this move was very unnecessary. This was very unnecessary. Immediately I play this move, I realize my queen is trapped. My queen is just trapped. After this move, I really have nothing here. A move like this I would like to play. Maybe a move like this would have saved the game. Just keep the game going. Doesn't save the game. So what's the best move here? Best move is to land this move. Okay. And if my opponent land this check, I can just step out. Okay. The engine actually wants me to give this pawn away. And I was finding it really difficult to give the pawn away. I was trying so hard to hold on to the pawn. And that's because even though I give up this pawn, the queens and 2 pawns, opponent is not going to win. And even though we trade the queens, the bishop against 2 pawns, this is going to be tricky. Because if I'm able to trade 2 of these pawns for 2 of my opponent's pawn, I'm just going to sack this pawn for 1 of their pawn, and I should be fine. Let's get another game rolling. Okay, I'm playing someone from Ethiopia. Let's go with the king's pawn opening. And the opponent is going for the Caro-Kann. Let's go for the Von Hennig Gambit again. Let's go Von Hennig Gambit. Engine is already frowning. Bro, why are you playing like this? But let's see what my opponent knows about the Gambit. Playing a move like this is a blunder. I do not expect my opponent to play it. Since my opponent is rated 2-1, I expect that they have actually fallen for this move a lot of time. Although it's a very natural looking move, but it's a blunder, and I do not expect my opponent to fall for it. So let's see what my opponent is going to play here. Opponent plays this move, and the idea behind this move is so that this rook becomes very active, and the rook is just a menace. So now I'm just going to reroute this here, put it over here, and then I'm looking at playing a move like this, and then playing a move like this, and that looks like exactly what I'm going to do. Let's go here. I'm looking at playing a move like this, but the problem here is that the moment I play a move like that, opponent can just the problem here is that the moment I play a move like this, opponent can just strike with a move like this, and all of a sudden it's not looking too good for me. So I'm looking at playing a move like this first. I'm looking at sacking here, and once my opponent captures here, then I go here, and the threat is to capture here and try to deliver checkmate here. Okay, there's no checkmate there, but my knight joining the attack is going to be Very menacing. Okay, so let's say I play a move like this. Let's say I play a move like that. If my opponent plays a move like this, trying to trade immediately, playing a move like this doesn't do nothing for me. But if I play a move like this, the opponent is not going to capture and get checkmated. And if they are not capturing, how am I getting through? I really feel like sacking here. And if my opponent captures here, then we come in here. And the opponent is forced to play a move like this. And how am I really getting through? Okay, what if I go here first? What if I go here first instead of sacrificing, asking my opponent, their opponent, what are you up to? A move like this also comes to mind. Trying to bully the knight away. And that should not be bad. If my opponent captures here, I have this move. That should not be bad as well. So let's land this knight here. Opening this rook up. And we can sack the rook if we want to. And in many positions, in many situations, you are going to sack the rook in the von Hennig gambit and just deliver checkmate here. So I think this move is a very useful move, and maybe he's preparing the sacrifice. If I go for the sacrifice now, my opponent can capture here. Opponent just plays a random move on the other side of the board. That should be bad. That should be bad, guys. So let's say I capture here. It should be bad, but am I punishing it correctly? Let's say I capture here. Opponent captures this way. And then I land a check here. Doesn't really work. Doesn't work that way. Okay, let's say I play a move like this. Opponent is likely going to play this move. Okay, what if we go here? What if we go here first? A move like this, I'm really tempted to play. If we go here, opponent is going to play this move. Oh, wait. Let's say I go here. Okay. The problem here is that this move just keeps everything defended, which is something I do not want on this board. Keeping everything defended is not something I want on the board. Okay, but a move like this, let's play a move like this. Let's see what my opponent is going to strike with. Let's see what my opponent strikes with. Let's go here. Let's see what my opponent strikes with. And I'm preparing to sacrifice here now. I am just preparing this sacrifice. But if my opponent, okay, let's say I sacrifice here and my opponent plays some goofy move like this, just opening up an attack here. I think I can move my queen here. And the good thing is that I have a pawn. I have a pawn here, or I have a piece sitting here. So my opponent cannot push pawn to open up an attack on my queen here. And I should be fine. Yes, I should be fine. If my opponent moves this knight to some random square, this sacrifice is coming immediately. So that move I am not expecting. So maybe they can move it here and they are saying they are threatening to capture here. This sacrifice is just coming and another sacrifice here. But the problem here is that my opponent would be able to play a move like this. Ooh. That looks interesting. Let's say my opponent plays a move like this now. The threat here is to capture here because pinned pawns or pinned pieces only gives you an illusion of defense. So opponent is saying this is not defended now because there's a pin here, there's a queen here. So this is not defended and just threatening to capture here. I'm looking at sacking here. But the problem with sacking there is that my opponent captures here. If I sack here, I get nothing. Oh, opponent plays that move. Bro. Bro is hitting me with that evil move. Bro is hitting me with that evil move. A move like this comes to mind, guys. Look at that. Look at that move, guys. Opponent cannot capture. Oh my goodness. I'm so in love with my position. And I'm just okay. Opponent has this check. I hate that check. Opponent has that check. I hate the check. So let's say we go here. Let's say we go there. I'm looking at this move. If opponent land this check and I just move away, I still have the threat of just sacking here. Yes. Let's not stop calculating that move because of that. So I'm looking at this move. I'm looking at this move. If opponent lands a check here, we just move away. What else am I afraid of? If opponent plays a move like this, I'm just going to capture here with ideas of capturing here, and checkmate is coming here. So that move should not be bad. So if my opponent lands a check here, I just want to make sure I'm not missing something. And then I move away. What if my opponent captures here? I'm just going to capture here. I should be fine. I definitely should be fine. Let's go here. Evil queen, go away. If my opponent captures here, that's checkmate, guys. Just in case you are wondering, what is wrong with justice? What is wrong with this guy? Opponent cannot capture here. If you capture here, that's immediate checkmate. And if you move the queen, I'm just going to sack here. I'm so in love with the font. Guys, look at that. Can you imagine what I just played here? Oh my god. Oh, I had a I have a dominant position and I just find a way to mess it up. That's a check. Oh, I just had to move my queen. Oh, what was that? What was that? What garbage did I just play there? Oh. Oh, this is so sad. Let's resign. Let's resign. How did I miss that? How did I miss that? Let's quickly take a look at that game. Oh, I was just focused. I was just so focused on my own plans. I just forgot about my opponent's plans. Guys, we need to win 2 more games before I end this video. We need to win 2 more games. Guys, look at the graph. Just take a look at the graph. I was completely winning. Just 2.8. What am I doing? How did I just miss that move? I can't believe this. I really can't believe. What am I doing? How did I miss that move? Look at this, guys. Look at this. Just move the queen away. Move the queen. Move the queen is GG's. Just move the queen is just GG's. Ouch. Ouch. That was a sad game to lose. And well, it happens. This is just to show you guys that none of us are immune to blunders. Even at the higher level, like me, like at my rating level, we still make some of these blunders sometimes. Although very rare, but still maybe not very rare. Although rare, let's say rare, but it still happens. It still happens sometimes. So let's get another game started. Okay, I'm playing the North guest. Let's see. I can't lose good. I'm playing with the black pieces. Let's go for the French defense. Let's lock in, guys. We have been losing a lot of games. Let's try to win this one. Let's try to win this one. Let's try to bring this one back home. Opponent is already thinking. This is surprising. Let's see what opponent is going to play here. Let's break this pin. And then I'm looking at just playing a move like this. Keep everything solid. Break the pin so I do not have to worry about this pin in the future. A move like this I'm likely going to play. Gain a tempo on the bishop. And also creating a loft for my king. So in the future, I do not have to worry about back rank checkmate. Wow. Opponent is playing this in a very unique way. This is very unique, guys. Opponent might be interested in castling here. I see that coming. I see such a move coming, but let's see. Maybe opponent is interested in playing a move like this. Okay, let's go. Hit my opponent with what they are hitting me with. And I should castle here, guys. Let's castle here. Let's not play with fire. Let's not play with fire. And then play a move like this. Go away. Even bishop. A move like this also comes to mind. Just making sure this is defended. A move like this looks good, but I'm not sure. Let's say I capture here, opponent captures here, and then I go here. Which is exactly what I want to do here. Let's say I capture here, but opponent can capture the queen. Wow. And then I still do not have this move. So let's go back. What if opponent goes crazy with this move? Be my guest, bro. The problem here is that this is now pinned to this bishop, because if I move this knight now, my opponent has two pieces attacking this, and I have only a queen defending. A move like this also comes to mind, but my opponent okay, opponent cannot sacrifice. But what if my opponent strike with this move, saying I'm going to hit you with exactly what you are hitting me with? That makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. This pin is really nasty. Maybe we can ignore it and play a move like this. Maybe we can just move our bishop away. Yes. Why am I even thinking too much about that? We can move our bishop away and then maybe move our queen away, and we should be okay. Why am I thinking too much about that move? The move does absolutely nothing. I stay away from the pin. Opponent can play, okay, if he plays a move like this, that's a queen, bro. That's a queen. So I do not expect them playing a move like that. I suspect they want to play a move like this. Okay, that's making sense now. Playing a move like that. Okay, it doesn't play it. You see what my opponent is going for? See what my opponent is going for? If you do not see it, I see what they are going for. I see what my opponent is going for. Maybe a move like this. I'm just going to play a move like this. And after they capture here, I can capture here. But then they can sack here. Okay, I can't really do that. I can't really do that. I thought I could do that. So if my opponent plays a move like this, looks like we just have to step back. Capturing here also makes sense. Yes, we can capture there and then play a move like this. That should be very okay. Yes, that should be very okay. So if my opponent plays a move like this, trying to say, okay, I'm hitting your bishop, move the bishop away. I'm going to capture here. And after the trade, we have this move and this bishop is trapped. It's trapped because my opponent will have a piece sitting here. And after a move like this, I can capture here. And if my opponent plays that move, I feel like just going here. I feel like just ignoring it and going there. If I capture here, it helps my opponent, just brings in bishop into the game. If I do not capture there, maybe it still technically helps my opponent. Ooh, if I do not capture there, maybe my opponent can play a move like this. And after this move, if they play a move like this immediately, it doesn't work, guys, because I capture here, we check, and after they play a move like this, then I capture here, and I'm just going to double up the pawns on my opponent's king side, and I think I'm chilling. Opponent captures there. And that's exactly what I'm talking about, guys. We are going to capture there. If my opponent goes back this way, that's a queen. Opponent goes here. I'm going to capture here, and I'm ruining their pawn structure. And I'm also going to play a move like this. I should be very okay with my position here. Should be very okay. I'm going to play a move like this. Gain the open file. And I am chilling. I'm just chilling. Saying, bro, give me the open file. Give me the only open file on the board. A move like this also comes to mind. Just trying to dominate the open file while looking at this square. But there's a problem here. The moment I go for this move, opponent has this move. That's a move I hate. I really hate to see that move on the board. But I'm looking at playing a move like this. But then opponent has this move. What is this? What is this? What is this? So positionally, my position looks sweet. But there's still a lot of games to be played here. Still some games to be played here. If I play a move like this, opponent has this move, just gaining a tempo on my queen. And while I would love to go here, this evil knight is also defending that square. So what if we play a move like this with simple intention of kicking this knight away? Maybe my opponent hops the knight up here, hops the knight over there. Opponent is also very interested in going for this open file. But if they try it, I think I have this move then, and I should be happy with that. I'm making progress. So let's go here. If my opponent plays a move like this now, I think I have this move, and I should be okay. What if my opponent plays a move like this now? Wow. That we did not consider. That we just did not consider. My opponent moves this bishop and the knight. My rook can start invading on this square. And that is something I think I'm happy about. Bully this knight away. Opponent moves here. Then I come here. Opponent can no longer move here because they have a knight sitting there. But opponent has this square thanks to this move that I just played. And now I can't really play this move because opponent queen is just going to grab that and say, bro, give me that pawn. Give me that pawn. If I can go into an endgame where it's maybe a knight against a bishop or a knight against a knight, it might be not completely winning, but positionally, I like what I'm seeing on the board. Positionally, but with all the pieces on the board, position is still in the balance. Still very much in the balance. Opponent is not managing his time very well, in my own opinion. Opponent is just not managing his time very well. If my opponent plays a move like this, that's music to my ears. I'm just going to capture here, and after that, I play a move like this. And my queen is much more active than my opponent's queen. But my opponent, okay. And my opponent's, this knight is keeping this defended, and my opponent queen can just not go behind there. Opponent queen, maybe they can't even go here, and I'll just be controlling the position. My position is just going to be solid. They have the open file, but the queen can only move into these squares. Queen is sitting here and can only move into this square in the open file. So the open file is just going to be useless for my opponent's queen. Opponent is unnecessarily very slow. Opponent is very slow. Let's see where that gets him. Opponent goes there. Opponent goes there. Okay. I'm looking at a move like this and then going here. That's something I'm looking at doing. But maybe my opponent is looking at, what are they really looking at? A knight coming here, guys. A knight coming there. Let's say I play a move like this. If my opponent lands a knight move here, it's GG's, guys. It's just GG's. It is GG's, justice. Just resign. It is GG's, just resign, justice. So we can't afford to allow that. We cannot allow that. Why is it GG's? You might be wondering. That's because the knight is attacking my queen while my opponent is also threatening to go checkmate. And because my evil knight is sitting here, I can't go back there to defend against checkmate, and I'm just going to end up losing material. But then I can just go up here. Oh, that makes sense. That makes sense. Oh, I can't go there. My queen is under attack. What if I just go up here? Opponent captures here. My rook is going to be under attack. So we cannot afford to allow that. Alright, so what do we do here now? What do we do here? Bringing my queen here feels very bad. Just feels bad. Allowing my opponent to play a move like this, so can do. Playing a move like this comes to mind, but oh, opponent is threatening to win this pawn. I almost missed that. So let's keep the pawn defended. Let's keep the pawn defended. Do I worry about my opponent sacking here? Not really. Not really. I saw that move coming from 5 miles away. So that move coming from 5 miles away. We need to watch out, guys. We need to be careful. Capturing here comes to mind, but capturing there we do not have. A move like this comes to mind, and a move like that should be winning. Okay, it's not winning. Opponent can just move somewhere. If my opponent lands a check here, look at that, guys. Look at what I blundered. Okay, opponent can go here. I thought it was a blunder. I thought opponent can land checkmate there. Nah, he can't. He cannot. Ooh, that would have been a very nasty way to lose. That would have been a nasty way to lose. Let's lock in. Let's focus on the board. So if my opponent plays a move like this, check, you can just go here. My opponent plays a move. I like to land a check here, but we do not have it. I feel like going here, but guess what? That's check and checkmate. I feel like going here, guess what? That's check and checkmate. So what do we do here? We go here. Oh, that was bad. That was bad. Maybe not too bad. That was kind of okay, not too bad, I guess. I was thinking my opponent could sack here, and after I capture here, opponent just goes here, but I can capture here. That's the only good thing for me here. Wow. I would be able to, the moment this queen moves away, I can just capture here. Okay. Look at that, guys. You see what my opponent is setting up? This opponent is so evil. Let's see this queen. Opponent is making sure when they move, the knight is not getting captured. But when my opponent moves now, I'm looking at just playing a move like this. Guys, the way this guy got the initiative is crazy, guys. The way this guy stole the initiative is crazily crazy. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Look at this, guys. I'm not happy with what I'm seeing on the board. This is a move we need to watch out for. Ah. A check here. I think I should maybe just move away here and I should be fine. Wow. Opponent would like to land a move here and deliver checkmate here. But for now, that's not working. I'm also looking at playing a move like this and trying to come here. That's something I'm looking at. The only good thing going on for me here is the time situation. Time situation is the only one of the only good thing going on for me here. Opponent might be looking at sacking here. Let's say I play a move like this. Okay, opponent is looking at just pushing this pawn forward. So what if we just go here now? Wow, let's go here. Looks like I'm threatening to capture here, but guess what, guys? I'm threatening nothing. Because the moment I capture here, that's going to be checkmate. But let's give our opponent something to think about. Let's go here. I see my opponent playing moves like this, but I do not really mind. I do not really mind. I do not really mind. Wow. It was a crazy game, guys. Crazy game. Look at that move, guys. Opponent is sacking. Opponent is just sacrificing material. Look at that move. Look at what my opponent is finding in this position. See what my opponent is finding in this position. Look at that, guys. This guy. There's a problem here. Maybe if I do not get checkmated, I should be fine. Just maybe. But I might be getting checkmated. That's the issue here. Guys, this is really hard to play. This is very hard to play. What do I even move here? I can't even move anything. These guys are something else. If I move here, what happens? Opponent captures here. If I capture there, that's checkmate. What if I capture with my king? That's checkmate. Okay, now I do not want to lose this, but what can I really do? If I go here, looks like I'm losing something else. I'm just losing something else here. My opponent checkmate me in 25 seconds. That's the question now. That's the knight. Opponent doesn't even see the knight. Opponent doesn't even see the knight. If I do not get checkmated in okay, maybe I'm not getting checkmated. I guess I'm surviving this. Yes, I'm surviving this. Yes, I'm just surviving this. Wow. Look at that. Survive this. The guy was incredibly slow, but that's a game, guys. The guy played well. That's a pawn. Wow. And that's a win. I'm going to take it. What was that game? What was that game? Wow. Wow, that's a win. Opponent was playing with the speed of a snail, but I almost got checkmated here. Opponent played with 92% accuracy. I played with 89.7% accuracy. That was an insane game. That was just an incredible game. 92. Wow, wow. For a moment, I thought maybe my opponent had maybe some checkmate there, but my opponent never had checkmate. The way my opponent played, I believe if they had checkmate, they would have found it. They would have found it. Okay, I thought I was really happy with my position here, but boom, that move just allowed this. Not even the best move, but that was a crazy move. And oh my goodness, I was defending very well, but I think that move was a mouse slip. But even at that, it looks like a logical move to play. And my opponent just grabbed a pawn. The sad part here is I can never play a move like this, because if I play a move like this, opponent has check here and checkmate here. So after I play this, which is the best move, just giving up a pawn. Opponent was finding all the best move here. Look at that sacrifice. Opponent was taking his time and was finding all the best move. Opponent is a champion, and there is just problem here. There is chaos here. I would love to play a move like this. I would love to play a move like that. But opponent can capture here. And the moment I capture here, that's a check. And when I go here, that's checkmate. I saw that I can't allow that. So while I would love to hold on to this knight, I would love to play a move like this, hold on to the knight, I can't. I also would love to play a move like this, trying to say, okay, if you capture here, I capture here. But if my opponent captures here after this trade, oh, I thought they had checkmate here. But wait, why was that move good for me? Maybe they capture something else. Okay, that was an excellent move. What was the best? The best move is actually to hold on to these pieces like this. Wow. I was seeing ghost. I thought after this move, my opponent captures here as my queen is no longer defending this square. I forgot about my knight. I forgot about the knight. Wow. And this position, opponent was completely winning. Opponent was pre-moving and yeah. With a knight here, this is GG's and that's just GG's. Wow. Let's play one more game, guys. Let's play one more game. Guys, if you're watching this video, you are yet to like the video. What are you doing? Smash that like button on the video. Smash the like button. Let's play one more game. Okay. I'm playing Mr. Shoba from South Africa. With the white pieces, let's go with the King's Pawn opening. Opponent is going for the Sicilian. Let's go here. And if my okay, I feel like going for the Rosolimo. Yes, this is the Rosolimo attack. Let's castle here. Bring the rook here. This is how you play it. And at some point, we are just going to give this up. And in some variation, we just bring the bishop back here. We just say, and we are just saying, bro, you had this opportunity to grab the bishop. You refused to. Now we are no longer giving it to you. And I really want my opponent to play a move like this first before I move there. But looks like I just go here now because opponent is simply saying you are not going to make that move. A move like this comes to mind. A move like this also comes to mind. Just hit this. So let's see how my opponent responds to this. Maybe they just hop in a knight here. That makes sense. That makes sense. Capturing here. What if I capture here and my opponent strike with this move? I'm looking at playing a move like this, but they have this move. Okay, opponent strikes with that move. That makes sense. I'm looking at hopping in here, but what do I really gain with that? Not sure what I gain with that. Let's say I hop in here. I gain a tempo on the queen. I feel like pushing pawn forward again. Trying to land my knight here, but my opponent is not going to let me land the knight there. That's the issue. Okay, so let's say I push pawn forward here. If my opponent captures here, I capture here. And if they trade the dark square bishop, I'm just saying be my guess. Okay, let's say I do not do any of that and just play a move like this with ideas of just going here, trying to trade the bishop and trying to start an attack on my opponent's king side. Let's see what my opponent has to say about that. So what if my opponent strikes with this move? That looks like an interesting move already. Saying if you, okay, opponent strikes with this, that looks good. A move like this comes to mind. Maybe opponent strikes with this. Oh, wait, a move like this, what is my opponent playing? Blocking this way, I have this capture, and after a move like this, looks like I have a move like, okay, opponent should be chilling, I guess. Okay, move like this come to mind. If opponent blocks this way, you can capture here, just opening another attack on this. So a move like this, what is opponent going to play? If opponent push pawn forward, I feel like just capturing here and then capturing here. So if opponent push pawn forward, maybe then we can just ignore and go here. Okay, that should not be bad. Let's go here. Let's say there evil queen. What is your plan? If opponent plays a move like this, okay, I have to capture here first. Very important. Oh, after all of the trade, I can capture here. An opponent cannot capture here. This is defended and there's an attack on the queen. And it looks like I should be winning a pawn. Okay, that doesn't look bad. Okay, so that move coming. Playing a move like this comes to mind. Going back here also comes to mind. So let's say we go back here. What do I expect? I want to play a move like this. Just try to trade this evil piece away. That's one move that comes to mind. I want to ignore, play a move like this. Ask my opponent to capture here and then capture here. But my opponent can just capture here. This pawn is defended and position doesn't look too good for me. And this bishop is also a monster here. So let's go here. Let's proceed with our plan. I do not expect my opponent to capture here. If my opponent push pawn forward, I'm just going here. Okay, let's just think about it. This is what I used to tell you guys in your game. You can decide, you can already decide what you want to do in your mind. But when it's time to play it, you just want to quickly take some time to think about it and say, okay, if you have anything in the position, sometimes you just end up changing your mind. So let's say I hop in here. Let's say I hop in here. If opponent captures here, I have this move. I have that move. And I'm also looking at playing a move like this. I think I love what I'm seeing on the board. Because where am I moving the knight? Let's say I move the knight here. What do I gain? Opponent is just going to move here. I think moving forward here makes sense because after the trade, this knight is also a monster here. And that should be good. Now I really wish not to trade this bishop, but although the bishop is playing a very important role there, being a very key defender of the piece. Okay, I have two pieces attacking this. Looks like I should be winning a pawn. All right, let's grab here. Looks like I should be winning a pawn. I'm looking at going here. I want to go here. That's a move I want to play. Let's say I go here. I suspect my opponent is going to... If I go here, I suspect my opponent is going to play a move like this, trying to win this and double up my pawns. And that's looking reasonable. But I have a bishop sitting here, so maybe doubling up my pawns is not the worst thing that can happen to me here. So let's go here. And if my opponent plays a move like this, oh, I feel like doubling up here, but it doesn't really work. Doesn't work that way, I guess. Because I'm losing this pawn. Do I really care about that pawn? I may not care about the pawn. Oh my goodness, opponent has that move. Wow, that's an interesting move. That's an interesting move, a very interesting move. Okay, but now I'm looking at playing a move like this. Asking my opponent to do en passant, and then I capture here. Yes, that looks very good to me. That looks very good to me. I play a move like this, trying to hold on to the pawn that way. And if my opponent captures en passant, I capture this way. But if my opponent just push pawn forward, and then just go back here silently. Or even going back silently doesn't save my pawn. Doesn't save my pawn. What if I just go here? Okay, opponent can capture here and it defends this. Okay, so let's say we go here. Opponent captures here. If I go here, opponent is going to capture 1%. And then I capture here. If opponent goes here, GG's, because I land this move and that's a discovered check. Opponent captures my queen. I capture their queen. This is under attack. This is under attack. And they have nothing. Let's go here. Opponent has this move, which is very nice, a very nice looking move. That's a very nice looking move. I feel like capturing here doesn't really do much for me, or maybe capturing here should be good as well. I'll be losing this pawn regardless, but let's go here. I prefer to play a move like this. This is tricky, so let's go for the tricky line. Why this move looks very interesting, opponent found it. Opponent found the very key move, very important move. Our opponent is a 2-1 for a reason. Opponent is a 2-1 for a reason. Opponent is just a 2-1 for a reason. Okay, and that makes sense now. That makes sense. Going for this check looks interesting. What if I land this move? Doesn't help me. If I land this move, opponent just captures here and I really have nothing. I feel like playing a move like this, but opponent can capture here, I guess. Keep everything together while also hitting my queen. I really did not evaluate that position very well. What I'm saying here now, I think I did not evaluate the position very well. Okay, so let's say we go back somewhere here. Opponent captures here. I have to move my queen. Let's go for activity. Opponent is going to capture here. And I'm looking at playing a move like opponent captures that way. Oh my god, I thought I was attacking something here. I'm attacking absolutely nothing. I'm attacking nothing. What am I doing? What am I doing, guys? I can't be playing this bad. What's going on with me? I can't be playing this bad. Yes, this time opponent is simply saying, bro, I'm going to hit you with a fork. Opponent wants to hit me with a fork. And a fork, we do not want to be getting hit with. Definitely do not want to be getting hit with a fork here. A move like this comes to mind. What do I get with that? Opponent is just going to play a move like this, and after I check, your opponent just captures here and I have nothing. So we cannot allow that move. Let's say I play a move like this. Opponent is going to land this move. Really do not want to allow that move. Let's go here. Why am I going there? Maybe for no reason. Well, I do not want to get forked for one. I'm also looking at playing moves like this. I'm trying to play that move. Isn't that trapped? Isn't the piece getting trapped? We have to make sure it's getting trapped. I capture here. Opponent captures here. And I play a move like this. With intention of coming here next and picking that up. What if opponent goes here? Piece is still trapped. Piece is still trapped. Hopefully I'm not missing something here. Maybe opponent captures here. And the opponent is still going to be up 1 point of material. Because I gave up too many pawns, I guess. But I have 2 pieces for a rook. And my opponent has a lot of pass pawn. Opponent has plenty pass pawns. A move like this comes to mind. But guess what? Opponent can capture here. So that's why a move like that comes to mind looks very good. I cannot play it at the moment. So a move like this is what I'm looking at playing. Just hitting this and pin everything together. Opponent might offer a queen trade. I'm looking at just going here next and just winning this. These pass pawns, that's going to be 2 pass pawns. They are going to be very solid and very chaotic. It's going to be a very chaotic pass pawns. You need to be careful. If my opponent offers a rook trade, I feel like ignoring it and playing a move like this. That's what I really feel like doing. If I want to trade queens here, opponent wants to play moves like this. But if you play a move like this, I'm going to capture here. If you capture there, I capture here. So capturing here is what I expect from my opponent. I do not want to trade queens. Maybe trading queens should be good. Should be okay. I just do not want to trade queens. Opponent has a pass pawn that is running, guys. Let's go here. Opponent is going to push this pawn. I'm looking at playing a move like this. And I'm hitting this already. If opponent plays a move like this, I cannot really ignore it and go there. While I would love to do that, that's not something we can do, guys. Look at this. The only good thing for me here is that This file is not open, so my opponent cannot actually play a move like that. That's one good thing for me. That's just one good thing going on for me there. I worry about this move. Oh, I'm also running out of time. How did I play so slow? How did I play this slow? I can't believe I play so slow. I'm looking at this move now, landing a check here, trying to win materia. Let's see. Boy, oh boy. Position is crazy, guys. Position is crazy. Just losing materia here. Let's go crazy. Let's try to create chaos on the board. Oh, a move like this, but my opponent just push pawn forward and I have nothing. Wow. I'm struggling to survive here. I am struggling to survive. Wish I could sack there and come up with something. A move like this comes to mind. Opponent just push pawn forward. I have nothing there. A move like this, I'd like to play. Maybe come back here. Okay. I have just 40 seconds. How did I play so slow? How did I play so slow? Opponent should flag me. Opponent should easily flag me here. Let's go here. Opponent cannot capture there. Opponent can play this move. Opponent can play that move. Thanks to the move I just played now. Opponent captures here. I'm happy to just play a move like this. I want to keep the queens on the board. Because if the queens are on the board, then maybe we can find some combination and just end up winning the game. If the queens are not on the board, good luck finding any combination. Alright, opponent doesn't do that. This is under attack. Not really. It is defended. It's defended, but this is under attack. Not really. Opponent can just push pawn forward. And this evil rook from this part of the board is defending. But I have this move. Looks like I have just 29 seconds, guys. Can I survive this? Just 29 seconds. Opponent just has to be careful. Just one bad move and it's GG's. Just one bad move and it's just going to be GG's. Opponent strikes with that move. Let's land this check. Oh boy. Oh boy. Look at that pawn. I'm not stopping the pawn now. Oh, I tried my best here. How did I play so slow? Alright, and that's GG's. Let's see what happened there. Let's resign. How did I play so slow? My biggest problem was not even this even the board. It was my time. I had no time on the clock. Wow. I played with 75.3% accuracy. Opponent played with 85 and I was just in trouble. Not straight out of the opening. I even had a brilliant move, but the brilliant move just did not save the game. So let's see what happened here. I went for the Rosolimo. I just started playing it and that's bad. What's the best move? I know capturing there is the best move, but I saw one video where they say you can bring the knight back. Capturing there is the best move. I did not capture there. Next time I'm just going to capture there. And I was just doing okay here. Okay, this was where I messed it up. That was where I messed it up. The move I played here. Let's see what the best move is. Just cross this. Just give up the pawn. You are going to lose it. You can't hold on to the pawn. I was trying to play for tricks and my opponent found some accurate moves. Opponent just needed to find this move. And after that move, there's just no trick on the board. I was looking, what if opponent captures here? I was also considering this move. But if you do that, I can even capture here, opponent discovered attack here, and I should just be winning. So capturing here is not the way, and finding this move, very easy for a 2100 rated player. Alright, looks like we gained some rating points here. That was brilliant, guys. I was okay here. Okay, that was a mean swing. What was the best move? I think the best move might be to play a move like this. Let's go back and see. actually came to my mind, but I was running out of time, guys. I was running out of time. Okay, just play this move, just this. Keep that pawn from running. Attack this. Okay, I was running out of time. I was just trying to make moves. This pawn was just becoming something else. Just pushing the pawn 2 squares forward, and I'm just in trouble. I was just in a lot of trouble. And that's GG's. That's GG's. That is... Wait. Opening blunder there. Can you imagine me? Can you imagine me? Look at this check. But wait, does this check do anything? Wait, let's say I land this check. And it is the check. Maybe my opponent has to block this way. If you block this way, I'm going to capture and I should be fine. I'm just getting back in the game. Well, I had just 32 seconds and I still have a lot of moves to make here. If my opponent plays this move, I'm already looking at this move. Look at that, guys. And if my opponent captures here, I just capture here with check, pick up this, and my opponent doesn't have a lot of pawns running towards my king side. My time management there was really poor. I've just forgot about the clock completely. If my opponent plays a move like this, I'm just going to capture here and I will be fine. All right, I missed that. And that was just a mistake. I was just trying not to get flagged. The pawn is running and I had to smash the resign button. Guys, if you are yet to like this video, kindly help me smash that like button on the video. Guys, I plan to be making videos like this every Sunday because on Sundays I'm usually not going to come do a live stream. So I plan to just play some high level chess like this and just upload it on Sundays. And I hope you guys really enjoyed the video. And with that, guys, I'm out.